All right, we're here at Washington High, getting ready to have a special award. Malcolm Thomas is here. Kids from the Cooking Institute, the Culinary Institute are here.
All right, we're going to go ahead and get started. We're here, you all know, how many of you have known Miss Wilson for just 1 year? Like you met her this time last year. How many have known her 2 years? How many of you have known her since she was an English teacher? Whoa. Yeah, that's what I was looking for. Pretty cool. So you remember when she was going through the decision-making process? Mm-hmm. Okay. Do one of you remember what you told her? Why? Okay. You said go for it. What'd you say? Go do it.
It's so funny.
What did you guys say?
Tell her, Macy.
We told her not to do it.
We were all really sad.
Macy said don't become her librarian.
She was our favorite English teacher, and she's such a good teacher, and we were sad that she wouldn't be here to teach anymore, but I mean, I knew she was going to do great things for our library, so I was really excited.
Okay. That's the one I need to interview later. That's perfect. Mm-hmm. Exactly. She saw a library that wasn't speaking to kids the way she remembered libraries speaking to her, the way a lot of us remember. I mean, libraries are supposed to be cool and amazing and where you want to be. And she took that on, didn't she? Mm-hmm. She did. Mm-hmm. So today, we're here. Mr. Thomas, our superintendent, is here to share some additional good news with you guys. And you can kind of probably guess a little bit of it, but we're really excited. So I'm going to introduce Mr. Malcolm Thomas, our superintendent, and let him then introduce your most wonderful librarian. And here are
Exciting to be here with exciting news. 3 years ago, I stood in front of our administrators and I talked about Vision 2020. No doubt you've heard about that. When we rolled out Vision 2020, it wasn't about the year 2020. It was about being able to see with perfect vision where we needed to go and how we needed to transform a school system. And that's what we called it, transform, not reform. We didn't want to remodel it, we wanted to break it and start over. And one of the initiatives in that Vision 2020 was to convert libraries, media centers, convert those to innovation centers. And we challenged all of our, at that time, librarians to step up, to start to use something at that time people had not heard of in our school district, makerspace. What was a makerspace? Makerspace is where you turn the students loose, put you in a position where there's no answer key. There's no next step already mapped out for you. You have to figure it out. You've got to be creative and innovative and problem solve. I believe that that's what's going to make you a great employee in the next phase of your life. What you're learning in this Innovation Center, it's going to set you up for where you're headed next. But we're here today to, about the time that we made that announcement of Vision 2020, I believe that was maybe the first year you stepped into the Innovation Center. So the timing could not have been more perfect. We were asking people to make a big change, and Ms. Wilson was more than capable to step into that and make the change, and boy did she. I remember the first year, I walked into the media center and this whole place had white tape all over the floor. We had a big maze and students had robots running all over the place, and you were programming them from one side of the media center, the Innovation Center, to the other. But what's exciting today is, you know, over the last year or so, Booker T. Washington has competed in a lot of contests. You might remember the contest with Follett, where you competed all across the country against all other libraries and innovation centers. And I guess you know that Booker T. Washington was the #1 high school innovation center in the United States of America. $35,000 you won, I believe, for that from Follett. All because of the efforts that have happened right in this room. And today we're here to announce that your innovation specialist, Miss Alisha Wilson, is the 2017 Scholastic Library of the Year Award Maker Hero. There's only one Maker Hero in the entire country. They only award one, and it's ours. Wow. Ours in Escambia County. Let's see, now we have been the #1 high school media special center in the country. We now have the Maker Hero of the Year. I don't know what's next, but I believe some of these key innovation people that you have in the room today, I don't think you could have made it without them,
No,
could you?
absolutely not.
I think I've seen the students embrace it and love the engagement, and that's really what we're trying to do in education today. We don't want it to be a stuffy classroom where they're lecturing for 40 minutes. We want to get their hands on something and let them figure it out. But congratulations to you.
Thank you.
make us all proud.
Thank you.
Say a few words.
Okay. All right, so first, I want to say I remember when Mr. Thomas rolled out his 2020 vision because I was sitting at the ESET like lunch or something, and he put it up on the screen, and I about fell out of my chair because it's exactly what I had presented to Dr. Roberts like a month prior that I wanted to do. And the timing could not have been better. And your support in giving me the confidence to say, hey, I can do this, and I know my district's behind me, was integral in making this happen. So thank you. I also, of course, want to say thank you to our administrators, Dr. Roberts especially, because he, from day one, was like, you go, girl, I'm behind you, do what you want to do. He let me paint this place. He let me, clear out old storage rooms. So he was just super supportive. And then our current administrators are very supportive and respectful of our space and value what we do. So thank you to you guys. Also, thank you to the teachers of our school that have been behind us. Some teachers might say, they're just going to the library to play, okay? But ours don't. Our teachers really get behind it and say, let's bring coding into the English classroom, and let's code a story to life instead of just having you act it out. And so that's very important. And then lastly, you guys, my babies. Oh gosh, okay, I'm pregnant, so if I cry, it's really just because I'm pregnant. Y'all didn't know? Okay, anyway, so no, I remember the first day I presented this idea. It was in my 5th period class. So I won't call you out because I know you're embarrassed. But someone specifically in this room said to me, no, Miss Wilson, libraries are so lame. And I remember being so shocked because I had no idea they would react negatively. I would never teach them again. I was a freshman English teacher. And that moment was like, I have to do this. I have to do this because if they feel like libraries are lame, and I love the library, then there's something wrong here. There's something we've got to shift. We're in the 21st century. And so at the end of that class, we formed a club called Lit-Rich. And many of you are in Lit-Rich that are in here today. And Lit-Rich has helped us throw events at our school, such as Shake Fest or annual Coding for a Cookie. They fundraised. They fundraise every year so that we can buy new things for the Innovation Center. And then, of course, my lead innovators, you guys. Some of you have never taught. I just meet you from day one. And you're everything to this place. You run the show from start to finish. And I just want to say I appreciate you so much. Lead innovators in the past, of course, have really helped build this place up. And those of you that are lead innovators this year, I'm excited because we're gonna take it to the next level. And so really, I just want to say to all of you, and most definitely my students, for inspiring me and for helping make this happen.
Could please release the volleyball players at this time.
Anyway, that's all. I really appreciate School Library Journal and Scholastic for this honor because it helps us share our story, and it helps maybe inspire someone else who's thinking of doing something like this to see that anyone can do it. You don't have to have a background in coding or 3D printing to code or 3D print. It really just takes, like Mr. Thomas said, figuring it out, and having those moments of struggle. So I'm very grateful for Scholastic and for Junior Library, or not Junior Library Guild, but for, oh my goodness, it's a pregnancy brain moment, I promise, School Library Journal, for this award, and for the $500 that we'll now get to spend as well, in addition to our fall at $30,000. So thank you. That's really all I have, I think.
I want to make sure I recognize a few people that are here. We have school board member for this district, Ms. Patty Hightower's here. We also have the director of high school, Ms. Lisa Morgan, in the back. And Dr. Sheila Brandt from the district with media services is here. And so you recognize two assistant principals standing in the back of the room. I forgot to mention, you told about the $500. That's just more to add to the pile. You will also receive a trophy. The trophies are not available. They'll be here in a couple of weeks, so I'm sure she'll put that in a display where all of you lead innovators can enjoy. And what's really cool, the school library journal is going to do a story and tell Booker T's story about how you've made this journey to innovation and makerspace, and I think that's going to be in the September 2017 issue. So that's one more reason to go to the Innovation Center to find the magazine and see what creative thing you might be able to do with that article. Congratulations once again. We have the culinary group from Booker T that has prepared some light refreshments. So
TV production is here.
okay. There you go. Media production. Got everybody at Booker T. Washington tied in, everybody helping. One big team. That's what it takes, right? So at this point, we'll break up, let you have refreshments. Congratulations to the students because you're the real winner in this. All of this money, she doesn't really get to keep it. All the money from Follett, the money here, it all goes into material that adds to the makerspace volume that you have at Booker T. Washington. So if you got some real neat stuff you've been looking to get, she might have the money to. So congratulations once again. Thank you.
Okay.
Hang on, I didn't get everybody in.
Look straight. Conference sign.